Hello everybody, it's Nurse Melvis here. I'm just really doing a quick video on the importance of reading. So if you're a nurse and you really want to stand out, you want to distinguish yourself, you want to be different, and when you go to those interviews, you really should start reading if you haven't been doing that. And when I say reading, I don't mean reading, books or doing a course or things like that. I mean just reading daily. You have to develop the habit to read every single day, just to kind of increase your general knowledge and know more about what is happening in the industry. So one of the things is you can read the Nursing and Midwifery Council. They have news updates every single day depending on what's going on. They would update the public, update nurses. There are things that they're working on, strategies, there are changes that they're trying to implement. So when you read daily, you keep up with those things and you can get to see the trends. You can get to follow some of those things that they're changing and updating. And for interviews, you can use that information because that is something that many nurses don't do. But that is what will make you actually stand out at the interview. Because remember that when you're doing interviews, you're looking for a way to stand out. You're looking for what you have that no other person will have. Because the fact that you're a nurse, everyone else there is going to be a nurse. The fact that you've got experience in the required field, probably everyone that has been shortlisted is because they have a certain level of experience within that area. So you have to be thinking, what is it that will make you stand out from everyone else, that has been shortlisted, that is being interviewed? It's going to be, your basic general knowledge is extremely vital in your success. Even just interacting at work, even just the way that your brain is going to function is going to be different if you have good general knowledge. And what I find is that reading is one of the most important catalysts for success in anything. Your ability to read. So you can read, there's Nursing and Midwifery Council, there's Royal College of Nursing. They have really good information as well. There are nursing journals, and there's a nursing standard, which is really good. I think you need to subscribe to have full access, but I think you can have like one article a month or something. But it's money that is worth it because you're investing in your own career success. You're investing in your own career success because you have access to a massive wealth of knowledge and articles on a daily basis that you can read from, and that is really going to enhance your general knowledge within nursing and even other things. Because what I find is that the most successful people tend to have a really good general knowledge, and that is what is going to make you different. Because when you're answering those interview questions, you need to bring in some of these aspects, to make it not complex, but just show that you have a depth of knowledge that is really different from your basic nurse. Because that's what makes us different. That's what makes certain people to stand out from others, because they are more knowledgeable. It's not only about, because we focus too much on the clinical skills on the ward, or not to do a catheter and not to check blood pressure and doing medications. Those are the things that we're all doing as nurses. They will not make you stand out because everyone else is doing the same thing. It's those things that you do that no one else is doing that will make you stand out from everyone else. Because like I always say, if you want to have different results from the masses, you have to do things that no one else is doing. That's what will make you stand out. Then you gain that extra knowledge. You have that upper hand. If you are doing the same things that everyone is doing, you're just going to be like everyone else. So you have to up your game. You have to read daily. I read every day. I read journals, I read articles, I check NICE guidelines, I read advanced clinical practice journals. There is a lot that I do. And to be honest, it doesn't take much time at all. It's just like a few minutes. Because the time that we spend doing other things, you find that just reading 5-10 minutes every day is going to add a massive wealth of knowledge, to what you already know. And again, like I said, that is what will make you stand out. It's not what you know as a nurse that every other nurse knows. That will not make you stand out. If you're thinking about your basic nursing skills, have you found a better way to do something than the way that it is done? Have you found a more efficient way to manage your time than what is currently available, those are the sorts of things that will make you stand out when you do interviews, or even when you're just working, because you don't want to do what everyone else is doing, especially if it's not working. If something is not working, you need to try something else. And to stand out from the crowd, to stand out from the masses, to stand out at interviews, you have to be doing something different from what every other person is doing. That's what I'm saying. Because I find that reading is going to take you that step ahead. It's going to take you one step forward from everyone else. It's like if you want to increase your, your financial knowledge, or your knowledge on, real estate, what do? You have to read. You have to read about it. You have to network. You have to connect with people who are doing that thing, who are succeeding in it. Find out what they're doing. If you can't, improve what you're currently doing, so that you find new ways of doing the same thing. And that is really what will make you stand out from the masses. It's not the fact that you're able to administer 1 gram of paracetamol correctly, checking the patient's details, because that's a basic expectation from us as nurses, and every other nurse will be able to do that. In fact, that wouldn't really make you stand out, as such. But if you know the current trends, what is happening, you're networking, you're interacting with those people who are already doing what you want to do, and who have found good methods, you can only learn more from that. And it's something that, the more I have, the more I seek knowledge, the more I find that actually I don't know. But yet the more I get to know, it's that domino effect. The more you learn, the more you want to learn, and the more you get to learn. It's amazing. You can't just rely on, I'm doing a course here, I'm doing mandatory training. No, you need general knowledge. General knowledge is going to take you really, really far. So you have to read different articles. You have to subscribe. If they say you need to pay for it. It's worth it. They're not expensive. But you have access to, knowledge that many nurses won't have. And that will make you different. And then obviously when you go to your interview, you just make sure that you kind of link up those things, because when they ask a question, you answer your question in a way that is out of the box, linking it to the general knowledge that linking it to examples that you've seen, and all those sorts of things. So I think I should actually, because I know that many people are struggling with, and these are things that you can do on an ongoing basis. You don't need to wait until you've got an interview to do this. No, you have to develop it as a habit to read. You have to read. Read journals. If you like books, read books. But if you're like me, I don't like reading, books. I prefer journals. I prefer articles. I prefer to use my phone. When I drive to work, I listen to ebooks on topics that I'm interested in. Ebooks. That's something that I never used to do, but I find that it's really knowledgeable. Instead of playing, I used to play Afrobeats on my way to work, but now I don't. I don't listen to any Afrobeats. I listen to ebooks from authors that inspire me. I gain more knowledge on things, and then I get to seek even more. So, please, we have to read. We have to increase our knowledge. If you want to do something, you need to join those communities where there are people doing that thing, and read about that topic. Subscribe to journals. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. Do have a good day and stay safe.